It is Friday, and normally we're all about celebrating Fridays. End of a long work week, probably. Start of the weekend for a lot of people. Today is a little bit different, though, because it's Friday the 13th. You've likely heard of triskaidekaphobia. That's the fear of the number 13. But have you heard about friggatriskaidekaphobia? Just add the frig on front. Yeah. That's the morbid or irrational fear of Friday the 13th. Friggatriskaidekaphobia. The Frigg is actually the name of the Norse goddess for whom Friday is named. She's also the goddess of marriage and motherhood, which is also frigga-frightening for a lot of people. Well, this fear of 13, or the unlucky aspect of it, goes back a long way. Some stories go far back as, well, the 1300s, appropriately, when the Knights of Templar were arrested on Friday the 13th by King Philip. There's also the Norse mythology version, which makes a lot of sense. It has to do with 12 gods having a dinner party at Valhalla, and Loki walks in, showed up, uninvited, as the 13th guest. And some things happened. Well, speaking of God and a 13th guest, some say Jesus' Last Supper was on Friday the 13th, and Judas is believed to have been the 13th guest at that dinner. But no matter what you believe, Friday the 13th continues to be a signal for the superstitious, well, to watch out. So it was superstitious for a fishing group from Emmett back in 1915, for sure. Check out this article from the Emmett Index back in 1915. The headline from that paper, Index editor lost or stolen. Friday the 13th and a black cat proves downfall of fishing party, it says. So here's the story in a nutshell. They kind of timed it out for you. Friday the 13th, August 13th. The place would be the Wood River country, or the Wood River Valley as we know it now. The girl, a black cat, lost the editor of the Emmett Index, an automobile, and 4 boys. The editor, that would be Ed Skinner, and 13 others, headed out to Haley to go fishing, as the story goes. They had a perfectly lovely time, the paper said, until within about 12 miles of Haley, when a black cat crossed the road in front of them, and it just went downhill from there. The car, being driven by Skinner, developed what they referred to as puncture-titussis. And over the next 3 miles, they had tires go flat 8 times. Fits, they called them. And then the bearings went out on one of the rear wheels, and they had to wait days to get parts sent in from Boise. So the rest of the party, well, they just left them there. Of course they would. Why not? To do what? Well, who knows? But they made it home safely. According to the article, Ed and the boys showed up nearly a week later, just in time to help get the paper mailed out that day.